welcome to Hendricks How-Tos. My name is Finnigan, and today I'm going to talk about how to appreciate. As soon as I say that word, actually I experience a little bit of a warmth in my chest as I think about what appreciation has done for me in my relationship with myself and others in my life. And I want to mention that yesterday I was on a call with Julie Colwell, and I let her know I was doing this, and I was asking for inspiration. And she shared with me how back in the early 2000s, she's worked with Hendricks and their teaching for a long time. Early 2000s, there was an invitation for a couples workshop in Fiji and in Colorado in the midst of snow and coldness that sounded extremely appealing, and her and Kath signed up. She said when they got there, Gay said that they were going to talk about appreciation for 5 days. And Julie said her heart dropped, thinking, how could someone talk about appreciation for 5 days? She said she discovered how you could do that and how life-changing it was for her. So appreciation can change your state and your life. So given this, I want to ask each of you to think about something right now that you can appreciate about yourself, maybe something you can appreciate about other people in your life. And maybe something you can appreciate about your life. I recall for me, and an appreciation I have right now is that I'm so grateful that I was introduced to Hendricks back in 2016 through Sounds True. And that was an audio course, believe it or not, that Katie was offering, all about the basics of body intelligence. And I'm just so grateful to, and I so appreciate Katie and Gay Hendricks and all the learnings that I've received through their body of work. So grateful to Michelle for giving me the nudge to be here today, and I'm grateful to Michelle for thinking up how-tos and having this opportunity to remind ourselves of the tools as we share them with others. One of the things I loved from Katie's course was she explained that giving appreciation is like giving sensitive awareness too. So I remember back in 2016 listening to it one day, and she talked about visualizing a part of our body that we didn't necessarily like and invited us to envisage our body, that part of our body, as a work of art, and to bring the appreciation we bring to a work of art or to a dear friend who's going through a difficult time and see it through that lens. I had a massive shift in my connection to that part of my body and was so grateful for that invitation. And I appreciate all of you being here as we explore appreciation together. Appreciation in relationships can also be profound. Relationships, whether they be intimate partners, family members, people we work with, people we engage with in our community. In relationships, John Gottman advises that the magic ratio for a thriving relationship is, for every criticism or negative interaction, 5 appreciations or positive interactions. There you go, 1 to 5. My husband and I share appreciations with each other at the end of the evening, and I'll let you in on the little gritchy thing that happens sometimes beforehand, especially if it's been a day where there hasn't been much connection. It's like, well, I have this, well, I'm not going to go first. You can go first because I'm not going to tell you how appreciative I am until I've received some, yeah? But it makes me laugh because what I've realized is really generously appreciating someone shifts my state. So, like, who is the appreciation for? Is it for this person that I'm appreciating? Is it for me? And I think it does something for both. Yeah, so I have learned that appreciation can really help me shift my state. And I know some people who use appreciation as a shift move to help us move from that reactive brain, that yes, no type of thinking, to creative brain and possibilities. Appreciation is something we can choose. I'm going to share another story that Julie shared with me, and it was a day where she wasn't feeling great and she was using appreciation as a shift move. She said she was riding a bike with her head down, and all she could see was asphalt underneath her. And so the first appreciation was, I appreciate asphalt. And then she kept riding, and she was like, oh, I appreciate that I'm not riding in mud. I appreciate the solid surface that's underneath me. And then she went into appreciate all the people that came together to create this asphalt and this piece of road. And she said before she knew it, she was experiencing appreciation. She was experiencing gratitude, but it took that choice to appreciate to help shift her state, to help realize gratitude. And a welcome to Suzanne and Jeanette, who I can see have joined us. Thanks to Katie and her sharing in one of her courses. She talked about a couple she knows who, where there is a criticism, they ask the other person to do 5 appreciations. So appreciations are the antidote for criticism. And it's one of the things we've played around with in our family. And we take turns cooking dinner, and someone will turn up at the table with a meal they've prepared, and someone might say, you know, I don't like beans. Yeah. And we're like, okay, what are 5 things you could appreciate about this meal and the person who's prepared it? As a possibility to change our state of consciousness, to change our levels of connection, to move into being connected and happy rather than being right. A commitment I have made in my life is to be an abundant generator and receiver of appreciation. So actually letting the appreciations land, not just brushing them off or deflecting them, but letting them land. And I've noticed it's increased my capacity to both give and receive. So if you're looking for more delicious things you can do in the realms of appreciation, you may like to try the 1 to 5. You may like to try appreciating someone special in your life, a dear friend. But also feel free to go onto the Foundation for Conscious Living. And you'll see there are 3 guiding principles, and the 3rd is appreciation. Lots of examples, scientific evidence as to why it's a good idea to appreciate, and people's personal stories. I also want to invite you, there's an appreciation challenge, and it's 66 days. You would receive an email inviting you to appreciate a different part of yourself or your life. 66 days is the belief it takes 66 days to build a new habit. So there's so much there that you can do to build appreciation into your life. I appreciate everyone that has come into our call today. I see Jodie's here as well. And invitation to go off this call now and perhaps 5 appreciations for yourself, for coming here, for spending this time, for giving yourself this gift to shift your state. Thank you all for being here, and until next time, happy appreciation.